Good evening. I know it's Tuesday and I don't have you long. So, on this second day of Black History Month, because the rodent is canceled, um, I want to talk about what being Black means to me. On top of being intricately comprised of an infinite amalgamation of creators of life, builders of civilizations, nurturers of loved ones, and defenders of enemies, uh, that to say, everyone is all up in here. And we go way, 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 way back. And uh, I don't think we asked to be here. I am also openly inspired by educators, entrepreneurs, CEOs, scientists, athletes, musicians, artists who claim the same dynamic history and makeup. And I am also free to openly advocate for others, and I don't need permission to be who I am. When I was about 13, I was riding in the car with my dad, and he asked me, Tiff, how do you feel about being Black? A question that caught me off guard at the time because we really didn't talk about being Black. I knew I was Black. I knew I am Black, but I wasn't aware of my Blackness. And my dad did live long enough to see me as a Black woman. But if he were to ask me that same question today, it would be a resounding, I love being Black. I love it so much. Being Black for me means when I start a new school as an eighth grader at a predominantly white school, it means that I am going to gravitate toward the other Black girl who also started school that year, and I'm going to have a friend for life. It means having a village of Black women, accomplished Black women, experienced Black women who are there for me and available to me, and who set great examples and who checked the fuck out of me when I went off the rails, because I often did step outside of my Blackness and get beside myself. Not typically part of the Black experience. Being Black for me means watching dads carpooling, uh, marching in the June Day parade with their baseball team, taking their kids skiing, uh, roller skating, barbecuing, swimming at the lake. Uh, it means that they are trick-or-treating with their flasks in their hands, and they are taking us on long car rides with pretty much no place to go. Being Black means seeing Purple Rain, School Days, and Coming to America at the most inappropriate ages. And then adding to that later are iconic movies like Friday, Menace to Society, Boys in the Hood, that gave us references for conversations that will last us the rest of our natural Black lives. It means that when you write a paper on colorism in your African American Studies class, you're going to get an A plus. And again, when you recycle that paper later for another class. But not just because you did your research, but also your life experience added just a little bit of razzle dazzle to impress the professor. Being Black as a woman means that dating is a little bit tougher, because if you are a Black woman dating Black men, the dating pool is a little smaller and more complicated, but whew, worth it. And speaking of dating Black men, there is nothing, and I mean nothing, like being supported by a Black man and trusting him enough to freely hold him down. Nothing. You feel unstoppable. Being Black for me means that although I am not D9, I hold them in the highest regard and recognize their importance to our culture and our communities. Being Black means raising children with next level intention and guidance. It means helping them understand their history and the history of the Black people who were brought here and raised here. In doing that, while pushing them to take that knowledge and form their own thoughts and goals and continue on a trajectory that, with each generation, chips away at the trauma. And speaking of trauma, enslavement. Everything in the United States goes back to slavery. Everything, period. Are we clear? Are you still with me? Back to these kids. Raising these kids, raising Black kids means hopefully raising your kids to be good partners. It means hopefully raising them to love and support and communicate with other Black people. It means that if they do not choose a Black partner, that they do choose a partner who understands their identity, that your child, the person you raised, does not lose their identity, and that the person that they are with respects that and learns about it without appropriating it. Being Black means that if you are in a leadership position at your job, and even if you are not, you are making your way to the Black intern that just got hired, and you are making yourself available to them immediately. It means having discernment in the absence of privilege. It means knowing who, what, when, and where are safe. It is identifying allies and exits. It is identifying who is blocking the elevator up, literally and figuratively. Black means networking like your life depends on it, because it kind of does. Being Black means I do not need Black History Month to read Black books, to go to museums with Black exhibits, to support Black businesses. But the fuck if I don't, all February. I was born in February too, by the way. Being Black means music, all of it. It's all ours. We don't want it all, but it's all ours. You're welcome. Being Black is body language, baring our souls, braiding our hair. You're welcome for that too. Being Black is living our lives, just living our lives every day and finding joy among the messy, the malicious, and the mundane, and then watching it become a trend. Being Black is, while I'm figuring out which tables I can have a seat at in my career, there are myriad doors through which I can walk, take a seat at the table, and have a plate of well-seasoned food. Being Black for me means not saying out loud that I don't know how to play spades. Being Black means knowing exactly which sports you're watching at the Olympics and then adding to that list a little bit each year, because you know why. Black is brilliant. It is brilliant. It is vibrant. It is infinitely dimensional. Being Black is colorful and Black. No matter where you are on the spectrum, no matter what shade you are, if you are Black, you are Black. No matter how much sunscreen, SPF 50, you need, you are Black. Being Black also means that you probably slapped your hands on your knees and said "whelp" about 3 minutes ago. Ultimately, being Black is everything and so much more. It is the beginning, it is the end, it is everything in between, it is the past, it is the future. It is inside me, it is inside you, it is inside out. It is relatively unstable, and it is the foundation upon which we fucking stand every day, every person, whether they like it or not. For Tiffani, being Black is, even though there are people who question my Blackness or choose to ignore it, I know who the fuck I am. What is being Black for you?